Good morning, everybody. It is May 7th, 2019. My name is Bev. This is the Bev D Show. We are just a couple minutes behind. I really like to do the 7 a.m. live thing because it lets people know that we're on the air and stuff. But today is Tuesday. And what does that mean? That means Tuesdays with Todd. It's a really cool thing we've got going on. Todd is my nephew. He is my brother's son, and we have, he's been through quite a lot, with recovery physically, as well as some addiction to substances. So he is, every day is a new day for him, and as well as the rest of us. But sometimes when you are in recovery and getting over substance abuse, it can be a little bit more challenging. So, and I've heard things like you're supposed to take it 1 day, 1 hour, all that good stuff at a time, and he certainly has become quite an inspiration. I'm just really happy to be able to, it just brings such joy in my heart that while, we may have been through hardship, and suffering in our lives, if we have the opportunity, we can maybe turn that around and help others. And it's the easiest way that I found to be able to come out of my little setback that I had a few years ago. And 2018 was a pretty good year for me. And just kind of getting over some things, some baggage I was carrying around. And boy, I saw a quote once that said sometimes the biggest poison we can have is a really good memory. And while we have good thoughts and memories to carry around with us, those bad ones certainly can destroy us. And that, I suppose, was my issue, my problem, the coulda, shoulda, wouldas, and all of that sort of thing. And I'm just real happy to be at a place, or every day. I had a setback yesterday, and I was really upset about things, and I really kind of had to take a deep breath at my desk and just say, okay, practice what you preach. This isn't that bad things aren't going to happen to you, Bev. It doesn't mean that you're not going to have challenges, that the world isn't going to come at you. How do you respond to that? And so I just want you guys to know that, while I'm always offering an inspirational tone or inflection or reflection of, trying to get over certain things and move forward and that sort of thing, it doesn't mean that, every day is perfect. Every day is pretty darn good as long as I'm on this side of the grass. I don't know what the good Lord has in store for me once time decides to move me forward to our next life, if you will. But while I'm here, I'm not done, and I need to hurry up. And that's kind of how I feel. And Todd and I talked a lot about time last week. And this morning I woke up, and while I was reflecting about time, words like patience, being patient, the opportunity to do over, to start again every day. And right in the middle of my day yesterday, I had to press restart. Like it was a brand new day. Like, you're not going to let this whole day be ruined by this or that action or what others did. And again, it's not necessarily, don't misunderstand, it's not all about me. It isn't something necessarily that was done to me. What happened affected me, and I couldn't help it. And it really hurt my heart, and, kind of gave me that weird feeling in your stomach. And so I had to press restart right in the middle of the day. So don't be afraid to do that. We always get a chance to do over. And because of that, I was inspired by the movie City Slickers. And I was looking for a certain scene, and I just love that movie. And I was kind of YouTubing around, and it was kind of weird because that whole do-over and helping one, and that movie really has a very special message. Can't wait to talk to Todd. Without further ado, I have Todd on the line. Thank you, Todd, so much for being here on May 7th, 2019.
Well, thank you for having me.
Oh my God. Oh, you're so funny just saying stuff like that. I just get a really big kick out of this whole thing. So thank you for being here. And I know you were listening to the intro, and you were here with me last week. And I don't know if you have a chance to kind of listen to some of the shows in between as well, Todd. But I think if you picked up on a note that I'm going through, it's time and being patient and a chance to do over. I know that through your situations, I can't wait to hear about and to share with others. By the way, everybody, thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to the shows with Todd. I'm hoping they're helping or inspiring you in some way. Really are gaining some listeners, and that's all Todd and I want to do. If there's one person, one that maybe we can help out or inspire, and by the way, it certainly is my therapy. Um, I love talking to you guys out there in the universe, as well as being able to share this time with Todd. So that whole, press restart, do-overs, I know that we have had some addiction in our families. Can you share with us about, maybe some of those restarts, or, falling backwards and then getting back up and all that good stuff?
Absolutely. One of the hardest things I had to change was exactly what you just said, was being able to restart my day. Because I could very easily let, a bad 5 minutes ruin a whole day. It could be as simple as, driving to work in bad traffic, and I'd be a hot mess the whole rest of the day. And I let that determine and define my whole day. You don't have to do that.
Yeah.
At any given moment, like throughout the day, whatever it may be, middle of the day, whatever, it's okay to restart. It's okay to stop and take a breath, and we're better than that. And I'm not saying just you, everybody is. We're better than that. We're better than letting something very, very simple rent space in your head and ruin a day.
Yeah.
And it's not fair to yourself, and you're only hurting yourself. And it took me a long time to fix that process, and I still work on it every day, all the time. You talked about patience. They tell us that's for the longest time, especially in the beginning of my recovery aspect. One thing you never pray for is patience. It's supposed to come with you with growth. You can't use it as an emergency 911 prayer, like I need patience, and because I lack that severely. I'm a very impatient person. I want instant gratification.
Yeah.
When something goes bad, I want it fixed, and I want it fixed right now.
Well, it's so funny. Just if I can interject, one of the things that has ruined us, I think, and I'm not sure in your world or how much you're on the internet, but that wheel, like when you click on something and the website isn't coming up fast enough, or you and I just experienced technical difficulties, and I want you to know how proud you would be of me. That through that process, I'm like, you know what, Todd, it's okay. Let me just restart. Literally, that word, like big speech bubble above my head, that's what you and I are talking about. So I had to restart the laptop in order for it to get work. Everything's telling me I'm connected. And I heard a pastor once use this whole thing, the impatience, the clicking on a website, it telling you, well, you're connected, everything looks okay, but you're still not connected, and things aren't going right, and you can't get to the website, or you're typing faster than the words are coming across the page. And we are so wrapped up because, like you said, instant gratification. I can click on that on the internet, on my phone, and it should happen. And why isn't it? And I was like, you know what? This is either going to work today or it's not. I didn't get all frantic like I used to. I wanted to share that with you. I thought maybe you'd be proud.
Just say if it was like just say if it was like the late '90s again when it was dial
Oh my
up.
God. That AOL, doo doo, whatever that ringing
hmm
was. I don't even know what that ringing was. Crazy. But there was
Yeah.
a woman, and I know you can elaborate on this as you talk about that patience. I was going through the grocery store. All the girls, I used to call them like my little, ducklings, my little chicken. They were just so cute, and they were boom, 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 teared down. But they were these tiny little girls that hung onto the cart, and I'm going through the cash register. It was at Giant Eagle and Fairlawn, and this woman, it was so funny because I go, Lord, please give me patience. And she goes, oh, honey, don't pray for that. Don't pray for that. You're going to get tested. She said, don't
hmm
ask him for that. He's going to give you more. That comes from you. That doesn't come from him. So I thought it was funny you mentioned that.
But I did. I was listening to your show the other day, and I thought that was amazing with Raquel's graduation and how you were able to push through and go through all that and to see all these blessings that have happened and continue to happen. It's amazing. Blows my mind. Blows my mind because I remember when Katie was just a little teeny tiny baby with them great big chubby cheeks, and
I,
now look at them.
I know.
They have grown into these, three beautiful, and highly intelligent, very motivated. You have three grown women now.
They are women. Full on. I said it's over, but it's not. It's just beginning, but it's like, yeah, they still need each other and to talk to me and things like that. But just that whole, they've moved on. They got this, and I'm just, yeah, very blessed. Thank you, Todd. Yeah, it's a
I
big
thought that
deal.
was really cool. That was just amazing to hear. How proud you must have been to see her walk across that stage. You know,
Incredible.
which is a huge avenue of look what you did, Bev. Look what you and Ange were able to do
Yeah.
with your three children as far as their accomplishments, their work ethic. Obviously, they're their own personalities and their own entities, but
Hmm.
they got to come from somewhere,
Yeah.
and that just goes to show you how good of a job you did.
Oh, thank you, Todd. It one of the things that we did through our divorce is we really, really tried really, really hard not to, say things bad about the other one and what have you. And the Angelos family is very connected, very, very big. And Sundays, there were dinners and stuff like that. And I didn't hold back. I let the girls do their thing. I let them be that family, and it connected in there. So I really think that, the school system, amazing teachers as well. We Yes, of course, it was him and I, with God, we were the vessels that brought them here, and we had a hand in that. But there were so many other examples and things like that through their life. Um, they went to a school, their primary school. That's where the handicapped kids were, and out of the
Mm-hmm.
three primary schools here in Copley Fairlawn. And so they were able to work with them, learn from them, see them in the hallway, all of that kind of interaction and connectivity to being exposed to that. To everyone is different. They went to school with I think it was 20 different nationalities went to their school. So they had some good exposure that way too. But thank you.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it was led by example by their parents. You can't ever forget that. And it just goes back to like what you were saying with time. None of that was wasted time. None of that was, although it flew by, very quickly. But, this is your reward and to continue to get rewarded from here on out. It's amazing.
Well,
It's truly amazing.
thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate that. We are extremely proud. And the other thing is that we can come together. as a family and be able to
Mhm.
celebrate like that. That definitely was something that, his mom